Greetings, adventurers, and well met. Master of Dungeons here on the Master of Dungeons Twitch channel, twitch.tv/the Master of Dungeons. It's Sunday evening time for our live play game, episode 5 of Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk. We have our normal cast of characters, Felix, Hannibal, and Ulmer. We'll go ahead and have them go ahead and give us a little bit of recap for the viewers to remind of who they're playing. First of all, of course, we hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. If you're here in the States and you had a Thanksgiving, hope you had a great time with your family and friends. And looking forward to the upcoming holidays as well. So let's go ahead and go through our character descriptions. Again, you're going to be seeing on the screen my vantage point as the DM for our Roll20 screen. We're using Roll20 as our VTT. So go ahead, Felix. Go ahead and remind everybody of who you're playing.
I am playing Felix. I am a level 3 now. Order of the Scribes wizard. I am a Lightfoot halfling, and I have an urchin background. I grew up in Neverwinter, and now I'm here on a mission in Phandelver.
Excellent. Thank you, Felix. And then we have Hannibal.
Hey, I'm playing Hannibal. I'm a hill dwarf and a level 3 Way of the Ascent dragon monk. Picked up some cool deflect missiles, and my draconic ability, I can breathe some breath of the dragon, and I can turn my unarmed strikes into acid, fire, cold, lightning, or poison. And I get some rerolls on some failed charisma saves, so all cool stuff.
All right, thank you, Hannibal. Then we have Ulmer.
Ulmer, yes, I'm playing Ulmer, the half-orc barbarian. He's a second-level bard, first-level barbarian, with the background of a sailor. He grew up in Neverwinter and went out to sea for a while to learn the trade, and decided it wasn't quite for him. He still has a lot of respect, especially for his captain and anybody who's a leader that he's working with, but he's decided to adventure on land for a while as much as he can, and try his luck there.
All right, thank you, Ulmer. So first off, everyone go ahead and start with inspiration. You should have had the benefits of a long rest, staying at the Stonehill Inn. I'm going to go ahead and switch our map over here to Phandelver itself. And the party was, you went and spoke with Edermath, Darren Edermath at the orchard, and you had taken up a quest to head to a place known as Old Owlwell. As you recall, just to give you an idea, the description that Darren gave you was that he had heard stories from prospectors in the hills northeast of Phandelver that someone is digging in the ruins known as Old Owlwell. More disturbingly, several prospectors have reported being chased away from the area by foul undead. He did ask if you would head to the ruins a couple of days' march northeast of Phandelver and find out who's there and what they're doing. And he had mentioned to you also that the ruins were an old watchtower of an ancient magical empire known as Nethril. And he says that he's worried that dangerous magics might be dormant there, and he gave you his set of his boots of striding and springing in payment for doing so. So it is the morning, the next day, preparing to head out to Old Owlwell. Any provisions you would like to pick up? I know everyone has a little bit of coin now from doing some of your quests. Anything you'd like to pick up over at Barthen's Provisions? Or are you ready to set out?
I think Ulmer is good to go.
We still can't afford healing pots, right? 100 gold. All right.
The healing potions are 50 gold.
Oh, okay, wait. I would like to purchase some oil.
Keep in mind, we are using the shared campaigns from Xanathar's Guide to Everything. We are using the rules for that, so if you look in your journals, we have our nice new icons up in the top right corner. The only one that's changed is that hasn't changed is the settings, unfortunately. The Poor My Settings channel there didn't get a new icon, but everything else did. But yeah, in your journals, you should have a handout that does say shared campaigns,
Got it.
and it does have
Yep.
some prices, especially also for you, Felix. Um, there's a few people here and there. Perhaps you might go to Barthen's, the Shrine of Luck, to speak to Sister Gariel. Perhaps maybe even the Lion Shield Coster might have lower level spell scrolls for you. If you're interested in picking any of those up and copying any, of course.
I'm gonna grab one scroll of healing.
Potion of
I'm
healing?
sorry, one potion of healing. Potion of healing.
Yeah, no problem.
117.
Oh, and I did
950.
neglect to mention for the viewers that the characters do have an NPC. Unfortunately, Otter, our other cast member, is not able to play with us on Sunday evenings. He has some other things going on. So we did bring in an NPC named Shailrin Moonrise that is kind of taking over Pollock's place, which was Otter's character. Pollock was a cleric, a Twilight Domain cleric. So we went ahead and created an NPC named Shailrin that is filling in for them as their Twilight cleric as well. And Shailrin does mention that she is ready to go whenever you're finished with your purchases.
Okay. Yeah, I got a potion of healing too, and some oil. Good.
Flask of oil, okay.
Yeah, I got 3 pots of oil and potion of healing. Track that from my gold.
I also would like to grab some chalk.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find my my handout here that's got all of our wonderful encounters as we travel. Don't think that's in it's in chapter 3. Yes, there we go. Perfect. Pull that that handout down there. All right, so everyone's ready to head out. Let's go ahead and bring you over to our Sword Coast map again. Your characters are currently in the town of Fandalen. You've been informed that the old Owlwell is very close to the location of the Wyvern Tor. We'll go ahead and put this on your map layer there.
Whoa.
Located right over here.
Hey. Right.
So we almost accidentally went there last time.
True,
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah, we were like right next to it, kind of hanging out here, making camp or something.
So, are you again taking the oxen and the wagon with you? Having the wagon with you has proved beneficial with being able to pick up all of the extra items and such like that you've accrued, I should say, from the monsters you fought so far.
Yeah, I think that was a safe mode of travel. Seemed to be reliable so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So who has the boots of striding and springing? Got a set of those. I was wondering who's wearing those.
I remember I said I didn't need it because my speed was higher as a monk.
You didn't need it, so
I'm not sure if you actually decided on it. You discussed it a little bit.
okay. Do you want them for Felix?
And it'll bring my speed up to 30, but I don't really move around that much, so it doesn't seem to be that important.
You might move more now that you can move faster if you wear them.
Well, I mean, 5 feet, not game breaking. So
True.
You could jump 3 times the normal distance. But yeah, it would increase your speed. I'm already at 30 for speed. So, however you want to do it. You want to roll for
yeah,
it?
I'll take them. Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
you take 'em
take
then.
them if that's the.
That's cool. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, jumping is cool. Sometimes it's very useful.
And jump up those embankments. Those 5-foot embankments easier.
Oh, that's right. They're taller than you are.
They
All right.
are.
So, as you recall, you're familiar with the trail that you'll be traveling as you just passed it a couple of days ago, heading out to Wyvern Tor. So, if you would go ahead and move your characters to where it says Tribor on the Tribor Trail, and we will check out for any if there's any random encounters. I want to have it just be a little bit less of a chance of a random encounter, since you kind of know the area where you're going and such like that. So whoever would like to give me a D20, roll me a D20. I believe it was Ulmer last week. Does anyone else want to go this week? Hannibal says no.
He put.
He said not
Go
it.
ahead.
For it.
There we go.
15. All right. No. Travel goes fairly uneventfully. Again, we discussed last week that it's mid-spring, getting towards late spring, and you're able to make your way to the same respite you were able to, the traveler's respite you were able to find before. And of course, Felix can set up the alarm and all of that, and you can bed down for the night. And again, if you wish to set up a watch, you can. Shaylin will be, Shaylin, I should say, will be using her trance for the first 4 hours, so she can go ahead and will actually be up to watch for the last 4 hours of your long rest. So if you would,
right.
Felix, go ahead and give me another D20. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Uh-oh.
Dum.
No, it's good.
Go ahead and give me a D12, if you would, please, Felix.
Yep.
Ooh. Your alarm does go off, and I'm going to have to go through and give you guys a camp map. But give me a second here. I'm going to bring you over to our generic battle map. I'm going to pull out your characters first. And then I'm going to pull out our monsters.
Monsters.
Way to go, Felix.
And go ahead, Felix, if you would, give me a die 4 and add 2 to it. And tell me what the total is.
5.
5. All right.
5 beholders.
No.
Your alarm alerts you. And with such a high roll, it's going to be in the dead of the night. Shaelrin just finishes their trance.
Wake it up.
And with the alarm going off, you do hear Shaelrin shouting, "Bloodsuckers," she says, as you see these tiny creatures. Go ahead and give you let you see the handout. We should have a handout. If Roll20 would like to assist us. These tiny flying creatures.
Ew.
So let's go ahead and roll initiative, please.
Nice.
Ooh. Special.
That is for Shaelrin. And then let's roll for the bad guys. Top of the round. Felix, of course, that is your alarm. You are the first to react.
All right. Let's see. Let's try a chill touch on this one here.
Okay. That will hit. That will kill
7
it.
damage.
That will kill the creature. Anything else?
No, I think that's it. I'm gonna stay right where I am.
All right, so they do have a fly speed of 40. They are up next. One is going to come directly to Hannibal. One is going to fly directly over to Ulmer. And then two are going to attack your cleric. Actually, we'll just have one come to Felix. That way everybody gets a turn, right?
No, you don't have to.
All right, so the first one on Hannibal. Armor class of 16, Hannibal.
Yeah, that hits.
7 piercing.
Nice.
And it attaches to you. The next one on Ulmer. AC of 19, Ulmer. For 6 piercing, and it attaches to you. The attack on Shailrin. Ooh, it's going to crit. They definitely seem to have caught you unawares this eve. And it is attached as well on the final one on Felix. AC of 20, Felix. I would note you definitely would not have your mage armor up, as it only lasts the 8 hours. And would be the middle of the eve, middle of the night. So that would be 4 piercing, and everyone has a scourge attached to them. Shailrin is up. She is going to use a Toll the Dead on the scourge that is on her. Actually, let's see. She's actually going to do the one on Felix. So she'll do her Toll the Dead. Will attempt the Sturge's save as Wisdom saving throw. It will fail, and she will kill the one that is on Felix. Ulmer, you're up.
Well, I'm going to try to slice the thing off of my arm or wherever it's attached. I'm going to try to slice it with my Moon Touch sword.
Sure.
$15.
15 will hit. That will kill it.
I wasn't
no worries.
raging. I have to turn it off.
Yeah, no worries. That will kill it. I'm just going to put an X on it because that one is my initiative holder.
Okay.
Put it over there out of the way. Any movement for Ulmer, or you're just going to stay where you're at?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and move. I'm going to... Oh, no. I'm not going to move because that one... No, he's attached. If that one... He wouldn't get an attack of opportunity.
Correct.
One that's on
Yes,
Hannibal.
correct. Because
Right.
if they're
move down
attacked,
here.
they won't attack. Yes. Okay.
Right. Yep.
All right. Hannibal. You're up, Hannibal.
I'm gonna swat at this one on me with my quarterstaff.
That will hit. 4 points is enough to kill that one as well.
All right, I will swing over to here and try to unarmed strike the one on Shailrin. Just regular.
That will hit right on the numbers.
Oh,
And
nice.
will be enough to finish off the final Sturge.
Oof.
Taking you from combat. So, of course, you will have to take a little bit of extra time since your rest was interrupted in order to finish your long rest. And you can do so without a problem, but it will be a little bit more towards midday by the time you get started the next day. So go ahead and take the benefits of your long rest.
All rested up.
You should have used your big spell, knowing we'd finish resting. Just fireball all 5 of them at once.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Shailrin, I need to open her character sheet. She had finished her long rest from her trance.
Ooh.
So she is going to go ahead and while you take a long rest, she is going to spend a hit die for a short rest. Maybe 2. We'll see what happens. Nope. She's going to go back to full with just the 1 hit dice.
Nice.
All right, I should have her character sheet up there. There we go. And you're able to travel again the next day. Again, making your way almost to the Moonwell, or to the old Owl Well, I should say. If you would go ahead, Felix, give me another D20.
All right, here goes. Okay, that's
Excellent. You're able to again travel without any interference, seeing the familiar side of the Wyvern Tour. Again, it being visible for about 20 miles away, the height of that massive hill, making your way into the hillocks and such, just beneath the outside here of the Sword Mountains, to the north of the Sword Mountains, and are able to make camp for the night. And the next morning, we'll go ahead and not worry about an encounter over the evening, and you're able to make it to Old Owlwell about midday the next morning, or the next day, I should say. You should see yourselves down here at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
As you crest a low ridge, you spy the crumbling ruins of an old watchtower and mounds of rubble, enclosing a courtyard amid the rugged hills. A colorful tent sits in the middle of the courtyard, but no one is in sight.
No one is in sight. I don't see anybody, guys.
Everyone, go ahead and you can go ahead and give me a perception check if you wish.
Okay, sure.
Sure wish I had Skeg, my trusty raven, with me.
Nice, Ulmer. Felix and Hannibal are kind of brushing off the dust from the trail heading up to this area. But Ulmer, you kind of get a whiff in the air, and you see Sheldon quickly kind of glance to you, and you can smell a deathly odor wafting from the tower's direction of the tower.
Ooh, like death, like rotting carcass.
Yes, like something's dead, coming from the direction of the tower up here.
Okay. I smell death. I'll creep forward and kind of get down below this. Can I see over that wall? No, I can't. Okay, so I'm just kind of here at the wall, kind of peeking around the corner.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check if you're going to sneak up there, if you would, please.
Sure.
So far, you don't really it doesn't seem to anything's noticed you. But looking in again, it appears to be empty on the inside, save for the colorful tent nearby, right there towards the middle of the courtyard. You do see a hole in the side of the old tower there, the crumbled ruins of the tower. What about Felix and Hannibal?
I guess I'll follow and sneak along.
All right, go ahead and then give me a group stealth check.
Rolling D8s or D20s?
All right, so we have a 13 and a 21. So far, right now, if there is anything in there, they don't seem to have noticed that your group has kind of stealthed up. If you recall, Shailrin is wearing a breastplate, so she does not have disadvantage for wearing the medium armor.
Morse doesn't see anything, but he whispers to children, that he's going to kind of creep over to this far corner, and he kind of points to the far corner.
As you turn, you see that she's reached into her pack and pulled out a vial of perfume, has taken it and put it underneath her nose. Put a little bit of the perfume underneath her nose.
Yeah, that's
And she nods, and she's going to go ahead and pull out her short bow,
okay.
and she will take up a position right here. Felix and Hannibal, what would you like to do next?
I think I'm gonna try to sneak over to this. Is it showing? Yeah.
Looking around the corner.
It seems to be blocking my line of sight to anything on the field, so I'm assuming
That it would
duck down
block
behind it.
Yeah, of course.
Come over here where it looks like there's a gap in the wall.
Okay.
That gives me a pretty good view of the courtyard.
Ulmer's satisfied by peeking around the corner. He can tell that the walls are crumbling on that side, and there's nothing there, so he goes back up. Teams up back up with Sheldon.
Okay. Again, so far it seems fairly quiet.
Okay, so all is quiet. With Hannibal there, one more kind of walks past him, trying to be quiet, and kind of steps up to the well.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another perception check, Hannibal and Ulmer. Oh, nice. Hannibal, you kind of, if you want, you can like reach out and just grab a hold of Ulmer's shoulder or arm if you want as he's passing by. But you're able to hear some sort of mumbling from the tent.
All right, I will stop him and let him know that, obviously.
Okay. With that, I will crouch kind of crouch down behind the well, trying to hide myself the best I can.
Hannibal, with your passive perception, just thinking about the sounds, it almost sounds as if it's very similar sounds that Felix makes when they're preparing spells or reading arcane writings from his spell book. Coming
All
from
right, if I can whisper that to Ulmer, I will.
Okay.
A caster. Ooh. Let's be
If I
careful.
can see Felix, I'll make some gestures like what he does when he spell casts and point at the tent.
Okay. Shaylin will come up and she'll kind of whisper to you that she's on the back side of the barrier that you're behind, Hannibal. She just whispers, "I'm waiting." Felix?
I think I'm gonna have my familiar take a little peek in there, see what he can see, and see through his eyes.
You should be able to pull that familiar out of the journal.
Yeah. All right. How do I create a thingy for him?
There should already be one in there for you, I believe. We've made one. It should be at the top of your journal. Should have Nicodemus. Isn't that your bat?
That's my bat. Yep. I can get the sheet. How do I get the icon for him?
Just grab his, hold down your mouse on his name and drag it out to the map.
Ah, okay.
Let's go ahead and change his name real quick for you. We'll go to Nick.
I shoot that.
Yeah, batty. 1, 2, 3.
Do me a favor and give me a stealth check for Nick.
All right.
If you have the macros all set up on your macro bar at the bottom, you should be able to select the token and then just hit the skill checks button that we set up for the macros. If you don't have that set up, it's not a problem. I can take care of that for you if you need me to.
Don't think I have that set up.
Okay, I can go ahead and make the skill check for Nicodemus.
All right, and he gets a +2.
Oh,
From death.
nice. Yep, a 20. The bat is able to kind of fly up to the edge of the tent. Looking inside, let me check the lighting there. You do see a figure. Let me pull it up from the layer there. What appears to be a caster wearing red robes. Go ahead and give me a Arcana check if you would.
And proficient. Ignore the 1, so we're taking the 16.
You do recognize that he does have a tattoo on his forehead and he does have a shaved scalp, so his head is bald. You recognize that the symbol on his the tattoo is necromantic in origin, and you definitely can see that you recognize with that Arcana check of 16 that he does seem to be garbed as a Red Wizard of Thay.
All right, so I'm gonna have the bat come back out, and then I'm gonna try and sneak my way over to where the others are.
Okay.
To here.
All right.
And let them know in a whisper what I've discovered.
All right.
I asked Ulmer and Felix if they want me to just charge them.
A surprise would be good, but that terrible stench that's over in the tower, I'm worried. Did he kill something over there? Anyway, yeah. If you want to charge him, we can ambush him.
All of you with your passive perceptions, even Felix with a 10, you see Sharon kind of, with Ulmer mentioning that, kind of glances over to the tower, and you do see that she does reach up and take a hold of her holy symbol.
My guess is undead, since that's what what's his face in the orchard told us.
Yeah, Darren had mentioned that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm terrible with names, so. And I think this wizard is the one in control of them. Being a Thane.
And his symbol of necromancy.
Yeah.
Maybe it would be a good idea to leave him alone for a minute and check out what's inside the tower. He hasn't noticed us yet, so.
I almost think it'd be better to take him out and then maybe the undead in the tower won't be as much of a problem.
Okay,
Although,
sounds good. Go for it, Hannibal.
Right, I have a speed of 35, so 10, 20, 30, and 5.
Yeah, Ulmer's not, he's just like, you said it, and he's like, okay, go for it, Hannibal.
I know you're a brawler. I'm going to whack him with my quarterstaff.
oof.
I'm going to use a key point to throw down a flurry of blows. I'm going to be punished for this for sure. Yeah. Woo!
Mhm.
The last one will strike true.
That's good to know.
Nice.
Hope
What
you
is-
guys are coming in behind me.
What is the meaning of this? And he turns, begins to cast a spell. If everyone would please give me initiative. And while you're doing so, I'm going to go ahead and put him into the initiative. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring some things off of the GM layer.
Cool.
Here we go.
Those
So
are
much
some
for
crazy
never
initiatives.
So much for what?
Never punished. A 6 and a 9 and a 12. Get them out of the way early.
I want to do this so I can...
What did you say for Felix? You said so much for... What was that? So much for the surprise initiative.
First up is Ulmer. You do hear coming from the tower.
Holy crap.
Okay. Yeah, so...
I'm assuming that's from your line of sight, Hannibal?
Yeah.
I'll let the viewers see your viewpoint.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, I've got 20 movement. I've got 10 more movement, so I guess I can squeeze by him there.
Sure.
All right, I'll squeeze by him and I'll attack that guy with my sword.
Okay.
Ah.
He is going to cast a spell.
Oh boy.
Oops. Make sure to keep track of his spells. Sorry, they don't have them set up on here properly. There we go. He's going to cast shield. Anything else, Ulmer?
Right in there, did that. Nope, I guess that would be it.
All right. Felix.
Let's see, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I can slip by, I can't share a space with Hannibal, so I can get
Correct.
to here. Can I, you know what?
The Sheaves, no. In chat, nice. All right, Felix, you're up there. What would you like to cast?
I think I'm gonna have to try. I'm gonna have to try a chill touch.
Okay.
Mind Sliver, I have a doubt will work very well. So
On the mage?
no, I think that. So that's a 15.
Uh, 15 will miss with his shield still active.
All right, and then I'm gonna take my last 5 feet and go here to be out of Shalrin's way in case she decides to come up this way.
Okay. The mage is up. He's going to look at you very angrily. Going to cast a spell. Pull out our spell template.
Ouch.
Not the bat.
And he's going to cast Fireball.
The tent goes up and it gets him too. Uh-huh.
That is a dexterity saving throw, DC 14 for Felix, Ulmer, and Hannibal. Unfortunately, Nicodemus does not have enough hit points to withstand the blast. Nice, Ulmer.
Oh, bless. I don't know how that's on too. I didn't cut bless on.
Yeah, you have to uncheck it in like 3 places to turn it off.
Excellent. I will give the mage disadvantage on the next D20 roll, redeemed by D-Sheaves 614. Ooh, Felix.
I will redeem my inspiration because I want to live to hit it a second time and not hit.
Okay.
Oh, dexterity. Waste of inspiration, but that's okay.
All right, so Ulmer and Hannibal each take 13 fire. And Felix and will, regardless of Nick saves or not, Nick will be gone. And then Felix will take 26 fire.
Oh dear.
I guess who has less than 26 hit points?
That is true. So Felix is unconscious.
Oh no.
Yes, and of course there are some fires started on the tent. The mage is going to go ahead and step away. So Ulmer and Hannibal, if you'd like to attack of opportunity, you can do so.
Sure.
Oh, for sure.
They actually is going to step out this way. So the quarterstaff will miss, but the 19 will hit Ulmer. 8 slashing, nice. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 over to there. And Hannibal, you're up. Please give me another dexterity saving throw, if you would, Hannibal.
Will do.
This tent is on fire, yes. You do not take any fire damage as you're able to dance around the burning tent.
All right. Coming right back. Changing out my dice and taking a quarterstaff swings.
Oh, goodness.
All right. I'm key pointing 2 more punches.
All right.
Oh my.
He is going to take the 5 points.
Oh, good.
Anything else for Hannibal?
Just gonna apologize to my party mates for thinking of this.
All right. After Hannibal's up.
Oh, boys.
Oops.
Someone got copy and paste happy with the tokens. Oh.
It's only a couple. We got this.
So only one of them made it into melee range, as again, my zombies do not. These zombies do not sprint for dashing. Slam on Hannibal. AC of 9 will miss. Shailran
At
is
least
up.
someone else. My dice.
Pardon?
At least someone else is using my dice.
There you go. Let's see. She is going to step up over to here. She is going to use her action to use one of her channel divinities, which is to turn undead.
Let's go, Shailran, go!
So within 30 feet of her, she will be able to try to attempt to turn all but the top 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wisdom saving throws. Her DC, of course,
Shailran,
is a 13.
Use your inspiration.
Say what?
Told Shailran to use her inspiration.
She doesn't have inspiration for anything because she's not making any rolls.
Gotcha.
Let me go ahead and I'm going to put a marker on here so I remember that this person, the mage, has disadvantage on their next D20 roll from the redemption of the gold coins. So we're going to start with, we're just going to start with the bottom here and work our way row by row as we go up, okay? So wisdom save. That is going to be a fail. We're just going to mark them all instead of going through to put turn. We're just going to put a little orange dot on them. Next, wisdom save. Going to fail as well. Next, wisdom save. Ooh, going to fail also. Next, wisdom save. My goodness. That one's going to fail also.
Go, cleric.
That one's going to save. And the final 4 right here at the top row. From west to east. That one's going to fail also. Oh my goodness.
It's okay.
That one will save. 2 more to go. And the last one, attempting its saving throw. All of the ones with an orange dot on them, she has successfully turned. If you'll read the turn creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from the cleric, Shailran, as possible as it can, and it can't willingly move it to a space within 30 feet of her. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action. Keep in mind, if you damage it, it does. It's their turn for 1 minute or until they take damage. And that was her action. As a bonus action, she is going to cast a spell to Felix.
Yes.
A healing Felix for 5 points with a healing word.
Word.
Yay! I'm alive and burnt to a crisp.
Top of round 2, Ulmor.
Okay. So this fire in this tent.
Yes, dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. All right. That's what I was going to asking there.
DC is still 14.
Okay.
Nice. You're able to
Cool.
escape the tent without taking any damage. So if you move outside of the tent,
Awesome. I will run up to right here. And before I do anything else, I will thinking about casting Fairy Fire. My bard.
do you want to do that now or do you want to wait? Keep in mind that the other ones are going to be running away.
Right.
Only the ones without the orange dot will not be running away.
Right. Well, I won't be able to do it after this unless I drop rage. Yeah, I guess I could wait. I'm just going to go ahead and bonus action rage
Okay.
and attack this guy.
Okay.
Attack this guy with the wizard, the mage, I should say.
Gotcha. Do you have a shield out as well?
I do have a shield out.
Okay, gotcha.
So, rage and attack. And I didn't put my bonus on the rage. Let's see. Missed anyway.
7 will miss. Correct.
Okay.
All right, but you are raging now. Felix, you are up.
All right.
Half your movement to half of your 30 feet of movement to stand, so 15.
Yep.
So you have 15 feet of movement left.
Move 5 feet to here
Okay.
just to get away from the tent. Um, which one? Sense of touch. Mind whip. Range 90 feet. Yeah, here we go. Tasha's mind whip.
At the caster,
Yep.
he is going to cast another spell.
Ooh.
He is going to counter your Tasha's Mind Whip.
All right.
That is why he did not shield against Hannibal. Any more movement for Felix?
It's 5. Gonna come back to here,
Okay.
and that'll be it.
All right, at the start of the mage's turn, Hamun Kos is his name. We'll spread the fire around the tent. As the tent is burning. He's going to cast another spell. As a bonus action, he's going to Misty Step. Da, da, da.
Back into the tent.
Back over here to the corner. And then as his action, he's going to cast a cantrip at Felix. Unbeknownst to him, he has disadvantage. Because one of our viewers gave him disadvantage. Oh!
Oh, yes.
An 18 still going to hit Felix, unless Felix wishes to use your reaction. Assuming that you would have cast Mage Armor as normal when you woke up this morning, your AC would be up to a 16. If you wanted to shield it, you could shield it as a reaction.
I will definitely shield it.
All right. Make sure, though, to mark off an extra first level spell for your Mage Armor, though, please.
Just did that.
Perfect. And you see a look of anger come across his face. He is going to go ahead and move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hannibal, you are up.
Yeah. What's the best I can make out of this? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Am I able to get all the way down to him? I'm always unsure with the diagonal movement.
Yes, you can get right to here. Yep. Yeah, diagonal. You do play a lot of third edition. Yeah, third edition diagonal movement costs 10 squares, and fifth edition is just 5 squares.
Cool. All right. I'm going to say, where do you think you're going? And I'm going to miss him again with my quarterstaff. Oh, finally.
That will hit. Nice.
And might as well blow my third key point. Do 2 more unarmed strikes. There's the dice.
Whew. Shield is not going to help him, unfortunately.
Ah. That's all I can do.
All right. The zombies are up. Those all that were afraid of Shaelrin for the 1 minute have fled. The other ones have come forward. Only one of them has come within range of Ulmer. Is going to slam you, Ulmer. Attempt 2. AC of 13 will miss. Shaelrin is up. She is going to go ahead and activate her Twilight Sanctuary. Oops, let's update the default token. There we go. Okay, and then we will put that on 30 feet. If you are within her purple aura, at the end of your turn, you will receive die 6 plus 3 hit points. So at the end of this turn, you'll get 9, a maximum hit points back. That was her action. As a bonus action, she is going to use another first level spell. And cast another healing word. This time she's going to go ahead and she's going to upcast it to level 2. On Felix, 6 healing back. She will gain her temporary hit points. Oops.
So we're getting 6 temporary hit points.
You're getting 9. You're getting
Nine
six plus or your cleric level. So, but at the end of your turn is when you get that, as long as you're within her aura. And
Okay.
she is going to step back a little bit. Oh no, she's not.
Aw.
She's going to actually stay there where she's at. She's going to stay where she's at. Ulmer, you're up. Yeah.
Okay. Raging and shield at the ready, slashing this zombie, trying to cut his head off.
Okay. 16 will hit. For 12. Nice.
Oh.
Right. I will just kind of sidestep just a little bit and still on guard there in turn.
All right. Excellent. Felix, you're up.
Let's see. Moved here. And the shield spell. And Tasha's Caustic Brew.
Okay.
And let's see.
Should be a spell template in there for you.
I just gotta remember how to do those.
Again, same as Nicodemus. Go ahead and just grab the name and pull it out on the board.
Okay. And I can't. How do I rotate it?
I'll take care of that for you here. Just give me 1 second.
All right.
All right. So normally you rotate when you select the template. You'll see above it there's a little extra blue square that allows you to rotate. So if you want me to, I can rotate it for you to try to get you some as much as possible.
Just found it.
So if you shoot it right through there, we'll say it gets all 4 of them. To back.
That is a dexterity saving throw. DC 13.
All right.
Nice.
1 in front. Maybe. My roll 20 is slowing down a bit. Let's see if this will work down here instead. Let's just make it from the character sheet then. Let's attempt it that way.
Yeah, this battle map is looking pretty cool here. I like with all the different colors and the spells and the templates, and
Yeah.
it looks busy, but it looks really cool.
Oh, this is unfortunate. I'm going to have to reload the map. It's going to keep the turn order up. I'm going to have to open up a few things. So let's go ahead and, since this is a little after the hour, it is just going to keep the turn order on Felix's turn. Let's go ahead and take a short break here. That way I can readjust everything, open up the handouts I need to as well. Everyone feel free to use the restroom, stretch your legs, refresh your beverages and such like that. And we're going to take a short break and we'll be back in a few minutes. Please stick around. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. Looks like everything's fixed. I hope I have all the handouts I need reopened, but we should be good to go. We did go ahead. I did make the saves for the zombies that were in the Tasha's Caustic Brew. The one in the front did make it safe, so it's not coated in the acid. But the three in the back are coated in the acid. I did put a little acid marker on each one of them. So at the start of their turns, Felix, at the start of the zombies' turns, I'll have you roll me 2d4 for the acid damage when that comes around. Anything else for you, Felix?
No, I think that's good. I think I'm good where I'm standing, and
All right. The mage is up. The mage is going to attempt one last thing, I guess, on... he's going to cast a spell.
Ah.
And he's going to run like hell. Hannibal,
Fuck him.
if you can find him, but he's invisible and he's running like crazy.
Invisible. Dang.
Greater invisibility.
Do you have any spell slots left? Damn. All right. Back to here. Oh. That's weird.
Are you having
Move
issues?
my mouse around.
Having issues with
Okay,
Roll20 as well?
Yeah, maybe. It's actually my whole Chrome. It's both tabs. Shoot.
We do have a technical difficulties scene if you are having issues, need to reload.
Nope, it's hopefully coming back. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to move up, and I'm gonna introduce them all to my new drag.
Oh, he just froze.
Drag what?
He just froze.
Yeah. He's frozen.
We'll give him a couple seconds, and if it doesn't come back, we'll do a technical difficulties real quick and get him set up. Actually, what we'll do is go ahead and yeah, well, I definitely want to wait for him to get back, because if he's going to make some sort of movement to do his dragon's breath that he has from his thing. Yep, we're going to go ahead and go to technical difficulties. We'll be right back, folks. Sorry, just stick around.
Oh, I'm back.
Oh, he's back. Hold on.
Sorry about that.
All right. Hey, yes, everybody's back in position. Excellent, excellent. All right, it is Hannibal's turn.
My Roll20 is opening. There we go. Hannibal's way down at the bottom of the screen. He's going to come up to here. And he's going to try this new Dragon Monk ability. As soon as the character sheet opens. I get to replace one of my attacks with some Dragon Spit. Breath of the Dragon. Can I put it in chat? I can put it in chat. 20-foot cone or 30-foot line. My choice of damage. They make saves against my key DC, which is 13. 2 martial dice if they fail, 1 if they succeed.
So you're doing the 20-foot cone?
Yep. journal, spells and other templates, cones. I have 15-foot and 60-foot cone.
No, we can do it right here from the measuring tool.
Okay.
20-foot cone right there. So that'll get all 4 of those up there.
Awesome.
And what type of damage are you doing?
I'm going to read that again. I am going to do lightning damage.
All right. So go ahead, and it is a how much damage is there?
2 rolls of my martial art, or so I don't know how to do it. It says 2 rolls if they fail, half as much if okay, so half as much.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll your two martial arts die. So
And
that's a
what,
die
D4
6 right now. D4.
Checking, I have the measuring tool in my way with this new expanded. There we go. The measuring tool is covering up my sheet.
Just close it.
I always thought it was. I thought it was D4. How do I find my?
On your character sheet, you should have your martial arts die. And tell you what it is.
See hit dice. I see my attacks. I mean, I would just assume it's my unarmed strike.
I believe that is the damage. Yes.
So I will roll my big fat 2d4. Look at all that damage. So they make a dex save and they take 4 damage.
Okay.
Or they take 2.
Fair enough. We'll attempt the one right in front of you first. Your DC is 13, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so that was going to take 2 fire. One behind it, attempting its dexterity saving throw. Will fail, taking 4 fire.
Lightning.
Or lightning. Sorry, no worries. It doesn't matter. They're not resistant or immune to either. Dexterity will fail as well, taking 4 lightning. And the last one. Oh, will save, taking 2 lightning. All right. Anything else for Hannibal?
That's all for me.
All right, the zombies are up. 5, 10, 15, 20. Five, 10, 15, 20. Go ahead and give me the 2d4 for acid damage, if you would, Felix, for the 3 that are affected by the acid. 5
damage.
All right. All right, so they're up. Let's see, this one here. There's going to be 2 slams at Ulmer, a slam at Hannibal, a slam at Shailrin, and a slam at Felix. So let's go ahead and do the attacks against Ulmer first. You did not attack recklessly, so these are not at advantage. They're just at normal. And your AC is a 16 currently.
16.
A miss with a critical miss. And then a hit for 7 bludgeoning. Halved down to 3 bludgeoning since you are raging. The one on Hannibal, 2 bludgeoning. The one on Shailrin, 6 bludgeoning. Goodness. And then the one that is on Felix.
Oh,
Go ahead.
nope, I took hit points off my hit points instead of my temporary.
Good call. Thank you. I just noticed I did it for Shailrin as well. 6. She's at 3 temporary still remaining. And then the last slam against Felix will miss.
Miss.
Yeah.
Shailrin is up. She is going to swing at the one up to the north of Hannibal, right here. This one, with her warhammer. Missing. She missed with an AC of 8. She missed with a 6. Bonus action. See, everyone has their temp hit points. She is going to cast a spell. She is not going to cast a spell. She is done. At the end of her turn, let's roll the dice for temporary hit points. Ooh, it's only going to be 4 temporary hit points. So if you're under 4 temporary hit points, go up to 4. Otherwise, if you're over 4, stay where you're at. She is under 4. She's going to gain 1 back. 4. Ulmer, you're up.
All right.
Does Ulmer have temporary hit points?
Yes.
Okay. I don't see his or Felix's.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm going to set up here. Hold on a second.
See yours. I don't see the number on Hannibal though.
Oh.
Ulmor is going to. So this acid, it's just acid damage that will vial.
They'll take acid damage at the start of their turns.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to attack the one directly to the east of me. Trying to attack with 11.
Having some issues with Roll20 this evening, it seems.
It's all the new graphics.
Did it attack, Ulmer?
I did attack. I got an 11.
Okay, that will hit. It's not showing up on my screen right now.
Oh, okay. And 11 plus the 2 raging.
How much damage total? You have to add it up. I can't
13.
see it. How much? 13?
Sorry, 13.
13.
Yes.
Okay, that's going to be enough to kill it. So we'll take half that, which is 6, plus 5 would be 11. So it's a DC 11 save.
Oh, yeah.
For its fortitude. I'm not sure if I can access the character sheet, but we'll go ahead and try it. So it's a DC 11 con save. Did it pop up on your screens?
It did not.
All right, let's see if a dice roll will pop up. They do have a plus 3 to their con. It is rolling the dice. Did it not show up there as well?
Nope. Not on mine. No. It shows my attack so far that I see.
Yeah, we'll just have to give it a few minutes. So while we're waiting for Roll20 to catch up, let's chat a little bit with the viewers and each other. How's everybody's Thanksgiving?
Oh, mine was great. Had lots of good food. Pie. My daughter and wife made a bunch of different pies. They made a mushroom pie for them to eat. Then there was a savory mushroom pie. It was really good. I call it the $100 pie. It's not really $100, but it's just mushrooms are expensive, and it was really good. And then there were 2 different kinds of pumpkin pie. One had a little bit of rum in it.
Ooh.
And it was an apple pie.
Nice. Yeah, my
And yeah.
my wife's cousin. Oh, I'm starting to catch up. I'm starting to see some rules. My wife's cousin made a cranberry pie, it's kind of like the consistency of a pumpkin pie, but it
Oh.
was like a really interesting reddish pink color. Then I got the server has been interrupted, so it should be catching up here very soon. But she loved it. It was great. But it was weird because it had a different mix I couldn't eat because I'm allergic to citrus. But it was cranberries. I guess there was like some lemon and some orange in there as well. But yeah, my wife loved it. It was like a really fluffy, almost the consistency of a pumpkin pie as well. Kind of like that. I don't know how to. The consistency of like a pumpkin pie, but maybe a little bit fluffier. But yeah, it was pretty nice.
Sounds good.
We got the damage in.
Okay. Also had a chocolate espresso tart, or torte they call it. It's basically a pie, but it's just made with chocolate and espresso, and has like chocolate covered espresso beans on the top, or coffee beans, and it's like really rich and chocolatey and coffee. It's a favorite, big hit with everyone. So yeah, we had a good break.
Nice. Everyone else, Hannibal, Felix, have a good one.
Very good.
Yep. Had a smoked turkey.
Oh, smoked. Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
We had a smoked Thanksgiving turkey. Sounds
I've heard of people deep frying them and fried turkey before.
yeah.
All right, looks like my D20 roll came through, so that zombie is going to be dead. It
did.
did not make it save. So
Right.
that was Ulmer. Any movement for Ulmer?
No, he's gonna stay where he is.
All right, Felix, let's see if my roll 20 is going to keep up.
Oh crap! I can't. So I am going to. Let's chill. Yeah, chill touch the one in front of me.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, that's a disadvantage. I'm gonna mind sliver the one in front of me.
Okay.
That's a DC 13 intelligence.
We will attempt its intelligence save.
Okay.
Again, the dice are not rolling. We're just going to go into technical difficulties. I'm going to reload everything. I'll be right back. Please stick around, everyone.
Full of difficulties.
All right, we're just going to wait to pull up all of the handouts I need to pull up after this combat is over. So let's see if this zombie can attempt an intelligence saving throw. It's going to fail with a -2 on its check. It is going to take 2 psychic damage, and it will have
It
a
did
minus
what?
D4. It
We
rolled.
didn't hear what you said.
Can you not hear me?
I can hear you.
I hear you.
Gotcha. So does Tasha. Mine slivered. Which is a D4 to its next save, correct?
I believe so.
All right.
Hold on.
We can just click on show.
D4 from the next saving throw. Yeah.
Yeah, we can just click on show the spell description in the chat there in the Roll20 chat. You'll see where it says show spell description to be able to click on that there. Perfect. All right. Anything else for Felix?
I mean, do I risk moving away? Yeah, I think I'm going to risk moving away. I'm going to move over to here.
All right. It will attempt to slam. It will miss. End of turn.
Let's see. That was 5, 10. Let's move a little bit further.
All right.
It's hopefully out of its range of movement.
Okay. Hannibal.
In case that's after me.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, I'm going to take the one right to my 12 o'clock and pop it with the staff.
Okay.
Spell templates, grab my character sheet. And a little monkey business.
We just lost.
Oh, yeah.
We just lost Ulmer in camera.
He just messaged, lost internet.
Yeah, I lost internet, guys.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. All right. Quarterstaff. Jankied out, so I'm going to throw a punch at the one to my 12.
That will hit.
15 hit.
Yes.
6.
All right.
Not.
All right, the zombies are up. These are all going to be piling back up over here. Please go ahead and give me another 2d4 acid. Nice, 5 more.
5 damage.
Sorry.
Again, 2 on Ulmer, 1 on Hannibal, and 1 on Shailrin. The 2 on Ulmer. For a total of 2 bludgeoning altogether with your resistance.
Can you subtract my
Yes.
points?
Sure.
Thank you.
Take it from your temporary.
Okay.
Oops, -2. There we go. The one that is on Hannibal will miss, and the one on Shailrin will miss as well. Shailrin is up. She's going to attack the one north of Hannibal.
No.
Actually, she's going to cast a spell on it. Toll the Dead. Oh, no. Oh, if 8 necrotic if it fails. It's whiz save. Will fail. So 4 DC con save of 9. It makes it 10, so it's at 1 hit point. Top of round 5. Ulmer is up. If you're watching, you'll notice that the cameras are a little messed up as we're waiting for Ulmer to get their internet back up. It has been plagued with technical difficulties this evening.
Lots of gremlins. Yeah, so I would just like to go ahead and attack. I'm seeing the old screens, but just the zombie that's to the far east.
Okay, sure.
attack him with the Moon Touch Sword.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring up your character sheet and attack with it for you. AC of 11 will hit. You are raged, so that will be 10 hit points. Indeed had 10 hit points. We'll drop it to 0. Then it's going to make a DC con save of 10. It will make it save, so it will be still at 1 hit point. Anything else for Ulmer? Oh wait, I did forget to roll. I did forget to roll the dice for Sheoran's Twilight Sanctuary. It is 6 hit points if you're under.
Okay, I'm still at 6, so
You're actually at 4, so I'll put you back up to 6 of 6.
oh, okay, that's right, because I took the 2 damage. Nice. Cool.
All right, and that would bring us around to Felix.
Well, now I can go for the chill touch on this one here,
Okay,
and
a natural
I
one.
but I am a halfling, so I ignore or reroll natural ones.
It looks like it. Maybe it did not roll. It's already in there. That's really weird. It didn't.
Mine never did with
Actually, it does show that it did roll. So it looks like you rolled 2 ones in a row on that die. But go ahead and roll an extra dice.
How does that?
Go ahead and roll another die 20.
Okay.
There we go. All right, that will hit.
And necrotic damage for 8 necrotic.
And I believe Tasha's Mind Whip just lasts for the next round, right? Yep.
Yes.
Into the next turn, yes. All right, anything else?
No, I think I'm good there.
All right, Hannibal.
Does Undead Fortitude stack?
What do you mean does it stack? It will make
Like
us.
the two that drop-
It'll make a save for each attack you make. Yes.
So even if they've already saved once, they get to do it
Correct.
again and again.
Yeah, that's the horrible thing
Unlike
about
your half
zombies.
work who gets to do it once. Ah.
Yeah, that's the horrible thing about them being zombies.
All right. I'm gonna quarter.
But keep in mind they're at 1 hit point though, so a lot of the damage is going to go over. Quarterstaff's the one right above you.
Hold on. You're taunting me now. They're at 1 hit point.
Exactly. I'm not taunting you. I'm just explaining that it's a probably a better course of action to try to knock those out because it'll make their saving throws more difficult. It will, yes.
All right. I am going to provoke. I'll take. Oh shoot, that'd be 3 attacks of opportunity. Yeah, I won't do that. No, I'm going to quarterstaff the one above Ulmer.
Okay.
I'm hoping for the best because I'm due.
Well, 17 will hit. For 7 bludgeoning. Not enough to drop it to 0.
Oh, I have key points. All right, so I'll just do straight unarmed strike on that same one.
Okay. AC of 9 will hit.
Oh, nice.
Again, they are zombies. They just have 8 AC. So 6 bludgeoning, that's enough to drop it. So it'll be a DC 8 con save. It is still at 1 hit point.
All right, that's me.
All right, start of their turn. Zombies. How long does the Caustic Brew? Go ahead and pop Caustic Brew up again for me, if you would, please.
All right. Yep.
There we go. Concentration up to a minute. Okay, so you're still concentrating on that. Perfect. So 6 more acid. So that will give them all DC 5, 6, 7 con saves. That one will succeed. These creatures, you see their flesh is just rotting off of them and burning with acid, but they just seem to continue moving. Oh, that one does not.
Hey, that one died.
It's a
All
Christmas
right.
miracle.
All right, the other ones have. We're just going to take these off of the board as they're just going to continue to flee. There's some others trapped up in that tower. Then we have one on Ulmer, one on Hannibal, and one on Shailran. Ulmer will miss. Will miss again on Hannibal. And it will miss on Shailran as well. Looks like we lost. Oh, yeah, never mind. Okay. So that's the zombie's turn. Shailran is up. She really doesn't have much to be able to help. I don't think she. We'll check to see if she's got a radiant spell for her cantrips. I'm not sure if she does. She does have a guiding bolt, but she'll have to back up if she wants to cast that spell. So let's check to see if her spells. She has guidance, spare the dying, and toll the dead. She is going to take an attack of opportunity from both of these. Missing. She's going to guiding bolt this one here in the front. Oops. She will hit. Doing 10 points of radiant. That is enough to kill that one. It had 10 exactly. And that is her turn. Top of round 5. Ulmor. Same thing. Rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat, sure.
How's
the
it,
closest one?
how's it look like with the internet so far?
I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know what's going on with it.
No worries. No
It's
worries.
thing, but it's still down.
Nice.
I will hit for 9.
Cool.
It will die. Nice.
Cool.
All right, Felix, back around to you.
All right. Do another chill touch, trying to take it out.
That will hit.
7 damage.
All right, we'll attempt its con save. It will fail as well.
Yay!
And we're going to go ahead and hand wave the rest of them since they do have another 4 or 5 rounds of being turned. You were able to wade in there. Shailran will use a couple more guiding bolts as well as all of your attacks to be able to finish off the remainder of the zombies, taking you all out of combat. Nice.
Is there anything worth lifting in the tent? Or is it burning still?
Give me a second here and we'll check that out. Give me one moment.
Sorry.
No problem. Just closing down a couple of the sheets I don't need, opening up the sheets I do need. Indeed, yes. After the fire dies out, you do note that there's a fairly secured chest. Inside the chest, there is a leather bag that does contain a few silver, some gold, and some platinum as well. There's a few gems also. There's also a potion of healing. There's also a spell scroll
Felix.
of darkness. And there is also, oops, I closed that one down, didn't need to. The spell scroll of darkness is in a bone tube. And there's also a tiny jeweled box that seems to be worth some coin as well.
Very cool.
Would you like to open the jeweled box?
I really would.
Are you going to open it?
I'm gonna walk away from the party about Unless Felix wants to take a look at it without opening it, I'll walk away from the party 35 feet and open it.
I mean, unless you need me to do a investigation to see if it's trapped or anything. But I know
Check
with,
or anything? Okay. All right, I will give it an investigation check, which I'm no good at.
Well, that's why Felix was offering to do the investigation for you.
Oh, go ahead, Felix.
yeah.
Hey, we have Ulmer back. All right.
Yes, I'm running a
Woohoo.
hotspot off of my phone. I don't know what happened.
It is not
Shows
trapped.
everything is.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was saying it shows my internet's running, but it's not working on my
Not
computer.
connecting. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
Felix, the jeweled box is not trapped.
Is it locked?
It is not locked.
All right.
I have the
Pop
hit
it open
points.
then.
Oh, okay.
As you open it up, looking inside, you see what appears to be a ring made from a single piece of some sort of green glass. Very rounded, such like that. Obviously, with just your passive arcana, you can tell that it's of magic of some sort.
Well, we got a magic ring.
Hmm.
Do you happen to have the identify spell?
I don't have it prepared. I can do it as a
Ritual?
ritual, but I need the 100 gold piece pearl.
Oh.
Well, you can either wait until you get back to town and spend some of your gold to get that pearl, or you can spend a short rest examining it to try to determine what the functions are of the magic item.
I think we can do the short rest one. Some of us need to heal up a little bit anyway, so.
Yeah, so rest would help.
Okay. Do you want to ritual up your alarm?
Yep.
Okay. So go ahead and take the benefits of your short rest. We'll pull Felix back over here with the rest of the group. Let me go ahead and roll. We still have a couple more rolls for her. So everyone should be at 8 temporary hit points. And I'll fix those tokens before next week to show that the temporary hit points for everyone, for all the players, because you can all see each other's temporary hit points. So if you want to spend your hit dice, feel free to do so. Should be right underneath your hit points there.
That's good. One more. There we go.
Nice.
So while we're doing that, while we're resting, can I do the Song of Rest
You sure can.
trades?
It's an extra D6. So actually, Felix, you might not have to spend your second hit dice. So go ahead, Ulmer, if you would roll that extra D6. Nice. Yeah, so you wouldn't have to, Felix, because you were only down 9. So you can take that second hit dice back.
Got it.
Does that help you as well,
Food on the
Hannibal?
loot.
Does that help you as well, Hannibal?
No, I was down too far. I needed
Gotcha.
to spend that second one.
All right.
I'm gonna spend at least 30 minutes meditating to get all of my key points back.
Yep.
I was hoping. I thought I read that. I figured when I hit short rest it would reset, but it didn't. So I just did it by hand. Awesome.
And then Ulmer, if you want to spend your hit dice as well, you can do so. Keep in mind I did split that on your character sheet last week, so you can spend the 1d12 hit dice from the barbarian, and then you have the 2d8s from the bard.
Okay.
Should see that the hit dice right underneath your hit points on your character sheet.
Okay.
Nice. That'll put you up to full.
Awesome.
And at the conclusion of the short rest, oops, you do indeed discover what the ring is. It is a ring of protection. From a single piece of mystical green glass that's stronger than steel. Obviously, you get a +1 bonus to your AC and saving throws while wearing the ring. It does require attunement. And the ring has the added property of making the wearer less likely to drop or lose anything held in the hand the ring is on. The wearer receives a +4 bonus to saving throws or checks made to avoid dropping or being disarmed of any item held in that hand.
I like it.
Good one.
Ulmer's AC 16, I'm 15, Shaylin's 18.
Ring of protection.
Yeah, Shailrun will obviously defer to one of you for the ring.
Okay, who could benefit most? Let's see.
Hannibal could use the AC bonus.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah, if anyone else wants it, I'll roll you for it or I'll take it. I think you have to attune to it, so I
Yeah, she
won't be
will
able
have
use
to
it for
attune to it.
Yeah, no, go ahead, man. Go ahead and take it. Give you a little
Okay,
boost.
thank you.
You're in the front lines there too. Too much.
Try my best to be. Cool. Ring of protection, drag and drop.
So there was a total of, let's see here, 99, we'll say an even, 125 gold amongst all of the, with all of the coins, the gems, and the jeweled box.
Okay.
Cool.
Shellrun's got to get her cut.
Yes, make sure to divide it by 4.
What's that math, Ulmer?
31.
31 point what?
31.5.
So 31 gold, 5 silver each.
Double check that. I was doing it on paper. 125.
Yeah.
Oh, 31.25. Sorry.
So 2 silver, 5 copper. So 31 gold, 2 silver, and
Okay.
5 copper.
And if Felix is short, I can donate some to that pearl because it'll help us all out. When we get back.
Well, Pearl was just to identify the ring that we just identified, so.
I know, but going forward, to be able to identify
Yeah,
stuff
'cause-
without wasting up.
Because it does, yeah, it doesn't consume the pearl. You just have to have the 100 gold
Oh.
piece pearl. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Okay, yeah.
that's good then.
Yeah, I
Plus-
can chip in a little bit too.
There's also in the trunk, even though the mage did escape, the mage's spell book is in the trunk as well. So let me grab the mage, and I will let you know what those spells are.
Oh man!
This is where my money's going.
Get your pen and pencil out. It's gonna be good. All the same spells you have.
Well, at least one of them is.
Misty Step,
Fireball.
Fireball.
Detect magic, mage armor, magic missile, and shield. Misty step and suggestion. Counterspell, fireball, and fly. Greater invisibility and ice storm. And cone of cold. We're in the wizard's spellbook.
Not
That's a lot
bad.
of money.
Now, of course, you will have to spend some time, obviously, if you want to, because you can't cast from another mage's spellbook, but you will be able to, of course, take some time and coin to copy spells into your spellbook as well. I do believe you have some special things as an Order of the Scribe Wizard for copying spells, don't you?
Yep, it takes me. Hold on, I got this around here somewhere. Might as well just toss it in here. I believe this is the right one.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't require ink. When you write with it, it produces ink. Time you must spend to copy a spell into your spellbook equals 2 minutes per spell level instead of 2 hours per spell level. Or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 2 hours normally, or 1 hour. Either way.
Yeah, it's 2 hours per spell level, unless you're specialized as a wizard. Like if you're a evoker, then any evocation spells cost it takes 1 hour per spell level. But for you, it's 2 minutes per spell level.
It has an eraser.
Unfortunately, it is 50 gold per spell level for each spell.
Yes.
And the even though the quill doesn't require ink, that doesn't help.
Correct.
Don't you get half gold for spells in your school too?
He is an order of
I know what I
scribes.
have.
He's an order of scribes and wizards, so he does not have a school.
Ah,
Yeah.
understood. Well, that was foolish.
No, that's a good point. It was a very good point to bring up.
Got some spells.
And of course, you can't copy spells into your spell book if they're a higher level than what you actually have access to, of course, too.
Right. Holding on to it until I can use it.
So you can spend the rest of the day making your way away from the old Owl Well to set up your camp in the valley in between the hills just north of the Sword Mountains. And go ahead, if you would, set up your camp. Of course, ritually cast your alarm spell and such like that. So, Felix, if you would, go ahead and give me another die 20.
Oh, okay. Oh, whoa. What happened here? Oh, it's behind. There we go.
Nice. So there are no encounters as you take your long rest. So everyone go ahead and take the benefits of your long rest. Heal yourselves back up to full. Get back half of the hit dice you spent, so you can take back 1 hit dice. As we round down. Unless anything says to round up, you always round down. That's one of the rules in 5th Ed. And get, of course, all your spells back and all of that.
And lose our 10 hit points.
And lose your 10 hit points. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
But don't worry, of course, she does have that ability refreshed as well. So
Back to Fandalen.
Back to Fandalen, yes.
all right. Getting the horse and oxen. The zombies did not have any equipment. Obviously, the mage had escaped. Again, making your way back to the Tribord Trail. As you're traveling that day, please go ahead and, once again, Felix, give me a die 20. Normally, it would be a 17 or higher, but we're going to have it be, since you're well traveled on this area, especially going to Wyvern Tor, as well as the old Owl Well, we're going to make it to where it would be a 19 or 20 for any encounters on your way back to Fandalen. Perfect. So once again, you're able to make camp. We're at the respite now. You've fairly well traveled through that area, so we'll bypass the check for the evening. And making your way back to Fandalen, give me one more D20 roll if you would, please. Excellent. You are
6.
able to make it back to Fandalen. as the sun is setting and you've made your way back to the town itself. We'll bring you back over to the town. Of course, coming in, you're able to, just before Barthen closes, she's able to, you can sell the stuff to her, exchange the gold and everything like that, get your gold, as you've already split all of that. If you have the funds now, Felix, if you want, she could go ahead and, if you want to convert 100 gold pieces over to a 100 gold piece pearl for your identify spell, you can do so.
Yeah, might as well do that.
You have enough? I'll chip in some on there. I'll get your pearl.
Yeah, I can chip in
We-
as
we
well.
Shailran will
Gonna say if we
also,
do 20
yeah, Shailran will chip in as well. If everyone wants to chip in 25 apiece, is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Sure.
Okay. 25 it is.
That leaves me enough to scribe some spells in my spell book.
Nice. Which will help the party in return.
Do they do spell scribing equipment here, or do I have to go to
You
Lion
can,
Shield for that?
yeah, you can with Barthen, between Barthen's the Shrine of Luck with Sister Gariel, and of course the Coster. You can find what types of materials you would need for the scribing of the spells.
Okay.
So, what spells would you like to scribe into your spell book?
Let's see what we've got.
Do you need any of the first level spells, or do you already have all of those?
I don't have Detect Magic or Magic Missile.
Ooh, nice. Well, Detect Magic's
So
really
if I
good
did
because it's
both-
also a ritual spell too.
Yeah. If I do Magic Missile, hold on, let me see something. I don't think I have any other. That was the wrong button. Sleep, chromatic orb. If I do Magic Missile, I can change its
Do you have Chromatic Orb as a
damage
spell?
type. I have Chromatic Orb.
Keep in mind, well, you luckily haven't cast it yet, but keep in mind that if you want to cast a Chromatic Orb, you also need a 50 gold piece gem for that as well. It's not consumed. Yeah, it's not consumed, but it does have a monetary value, which you would need to pick up as well.
I have that more for the range of of damage types it has, because I can change out damage types on other first level spells.
Yeah. I would also
With
suggest
the,
when you get your next spells, when you level up again, to select Dragon's Breath if you haven't already for your second level spell.
That's the first one on my list. Or it's already on my list.
Oh,
It's
nice.
just there.
Excellent. Yeah.
So, yeah, Detect Magic and Magic Missile.
So that would
I'm
be,
gonna do those two.
yep, that'd be 100 gold total.
Yep.
And to add those to your spell list, same thing, just go into your compendium. Everything should be shared in your compendium. Just search the spell and then drag it over to your character sheet. Don't put it into the box when it says accepting from the compendium. Drag it outside that box, but it will add it to your spell list on your spell sheet.
Oh, that's right.
All right. So you're able to get back to the 10, Fandalen. You're able to exchange things with Barthens, pick up some of the requirements for Felix to copy the spells, and are able to, as it is nightfall now, make your way to the Stonehill Inn to take another long rest and wake in the morning. I believe you still wanted to go meet or speak with the people at the Fandalen Miners Exchange, which you have not done yet as well. Obviously, you can report into Darren Ettermath at the Orchard, and of course, he is very pleased that you were able to find out what the situation was at the Old Owl Well. With that, it is a little after the hour. Let's go ahead and take another small break here. If you need to use the restroom, stretch your legs, refresh your beverage. We'll say about 5 minutes or so, and we'll come back and pick up heading over to the Fandalen Miners Exchange. We'll be back shortly. Stick around. All right, we are back. Nice. So we have a couple new spells for Felix. Detect Magic and Magic Missile. Again, at the Stonehill Inn. When you awake the next morning, of course, you plan on heading to the Fandalen Miners Exchange. But as you come down for breakfast in the common room, you do see, of course, the familiar face of at being at the Stonehill Inn of Elsa the bartender there as well. Of course, Toblin, the owner of the inn down there. But Elsa, as you come down, does pass you a note. She says, "Good morning, adventurers. Yes, Darren Edermath left this note. I didn't read it, but I said to give it to you when you awake this morning." And she passes it over to you.
I'll immediately read it out loud.
It says, "Dear friends, again, thank you for your accomplishments at the Old Owl Well. Before you begin your day, if you would stop by the orchard, I have a proposition." Signed, D. Edermath.
Oh, I guess we can go back to the orchard before we talk to those miners. It'd be important.
Okay. So heading over to the orchard then?
Yep.
Sounds good.
Of course, as you finish your meal, getting ready to leave, you go to pay your tab, and of course, Toblin looks at you kind of with a bit of a smirk on his face and kind of waves his hand. It's on me. It's on me. And Sharon kind of bows to him with a nice little bow with a thankful smile. And as you head out of the Stonehill Inn, you make your way over to the orchard. Arrive at the orchard, very similar to the day before. You do see Darren Edermath out there with the hood up, gloves on to prevent the morning sun from hitting his skin with his sunlight sensitivity, being that he is a retired drow adventurer. And of course, this time you've met him before, so you're not necessarily sneaking up on him like you did the first time. He does turn in your direction and says, "Ah, friends, please, come in." And he motions to the house here just outside the orchard. Heading inside, there's a small little parlor area just inside, and he asks everyone to sit down. He leaves for a moment. You can hear him in probably a kitchen. Comes back out with some breakfast tea and such like that. Some elvish breakfast wine if anybody wants that as well. He goes, "Well, with the Old Owl trouble out of the way, I do, of course, assume that you are going to take some time in the next few days to investigate this outlaw leader referred to as Glassstaff. But of course, I know that you do have many things going on. But I wanted to invite you to something. Of course, you're not obliged in any way. But as you might know, I do not keep it hidden around town. But perhaps you might not have heard of this. But I'm a member of a group called the Order of the Gauntlet. Our order does try to exemplify the virtues of order, honor, vigilance, and righteous zeal. I would offer you membership in the order if you would be so inclined to join.
I look to my companions and I'm quite sure. I kind of lean over and I'll say, "Felix, aren't we already in a club?"
We are. Not sure how mixing clubs like this works. If it would.
Yeah. So, yes, uh, Sir Edermath, if we are already in a club, could we join your club also? There are pros and cons to being in two clubs.
It kind of looks at you and forgive me, but the factions are a bit more than a club. But if you do mean that you are a member of a faction already, apologies. I just hope that it would not be with the Zentarum. He kind of looks at you a little, with his eyes kind of squinting a little bit, kind of narrowing down on you. But if you are,
no.
No, not the Zentarum.
I see. He says, well, that is understandable. I just with the way you carry yourselves, you definitely exemplify those that might lend to the Order of the Gauntlet. So something to keep in mind. I will keep the offer open if you wish to switch clubs. He kind of says, with quotes, looking at Elmore with a bit of a smile. Elmore with a bit of a smile on his face. Please consider if you were to switch. Please consider the Order of the Gauntlet, of course.
Of course.
But yes, of course. If you do find out any information about the workings of this glass staff, as it were, the Red Brands, please keep me informed if you would. The Order of the Gauntlet is a group of faithful seekers of justice, of course, who protects others from the depredations of evildoers. Always vigilant, ready to smite evil, enforce justice, and enact retribution against any who try to subjugate or harm others. Though I am not an active leader, as it were, I do keep my eye on the happenings around Van Dalen. And of course, would be happy to trade any such news with fellow adventurers. Especially you, since you do seem to hold many of these virtues yourselves. It kind of nods, especially to Hannibal. But I'm sure you have business elsewhere in town. Again, thank you so much for stopping by, and good luck on your continued journeys.
And you as well. Thank you. We'll stop back by, especially if we hear anything, hopefully. Thank you. And Olmore just walks out.
Yep, he'll of course stand up and escort you to the door. All right, so the Ring of Protection is on Hannibal, correct?
It is. And now it's been.
Oh yes, you've definitely attuned to it. And Felix, don't forget you also have that spell scroll of darkness as well. So that's an extra second level spell you have an opportunity to put into your spell book also.
Yep.
Who is carrying the potion of healing that you received?
I have the one I bought, so someone else can carry.
Do we want me to take it since I can't cast any healing? And
Yeah. Just
You
in
can?
case, yeah. Take it.
all right.
Yeah, I got the one that I bought, but yeah. Definitely.
Shailrin does inform you as you're traveling from. Where do you want to go next? She asks first.
We were going to go south down towards the Miners Exchange.
Okay. As you're traveling down there through the streets of the town, you do hear Shailrin kind of mentioning to you all that she's been studying herbology a lot of late and different methods and remedies for healing and such. Basically informing you that once she's learned enough of this, mechanically she's going to end up taking the healer feat. Which will allow her to use a healer's kit to actually heal you. Very similar to what a potion of healing would do.
That's nice.
That's great.
But yes, you can make your way down to the Fedalen Miners Exchange down here to the south. From what you understand, you've been in town for a little while. You've heard people speaking in the Stonehill Inn. You visited the Townmaster's Hall and such like that. The Miners Exchange is basically a trading post where local miners have their valuable finds weighed, measured, and paid out. And since there's really not any local authority other than the townmaster, there's not really a guard or militia, as it were. Obviously, having encountered the Red Brand ruffians in the streets, you did the responsible thing, taking their bodies to the townmaster's hall. But in the absence of any sort of local authority, the exchange also serves kind of like an unofficial records office, registering claims to various streams and excavations around the area. You also have heard, perhaps maybe even speaking with Farmer Alderleaf, your halfling friend that you met, her
yes.
son, of course, Carp. Heard that the exchange is a great place to meet people who spend a lot of time in the countryside surrounding Fandalen. Of course, there's not really like a massive gold rush or anything specific. There's always the rumor of the old mines and such like that. But there's enough wealth hidden in the nearby streams and valleys to support a fairly good number of independent contractors and independent prospectors. As you enter into the trading post itself, you do see a number of different independent prospectors kind of chatting with one another. As you enter in, of course, you see some of them have mining picks and such on their backs, shovels and pans and things like that. Chatting and stuff. And as you come in, they don't really hush necessarily, but of course, seeing you, recognizing you as some of the adventurers that have been helping a number of the people in Fandalen, they all, are surprised to see you, of course, and have smiles on their faces, and they all nod to you. And you do see at the counter, there does appear to be a mountain dwarf. Does seem to be measuring out some of his finds with a person behind the counter. Seems to be a human woman. And I believe I have a handout of what she looks like. I think I do.
Wilmore will just walk up and he'll stand directly behind the dwarf like he's waiting in line.
I do have a couple of handouts here for you. I do have Harbin. This was the town master.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay.
Just what I pictured.
I do not have one. There's one for Sildar. It's kind of how you discovered him in the Goblin Caves when you rescued him.
Aw.
I don't think maybe I do not have one from Halia. I mean, you do see a woman behind the counter dressed in leathers and such like that. You do notice a rapier on her hip and kind of looks towards you and kind of nods as she finishes up and hands some coin over to the mountain dwarf. The mountain dwarf nods to her as well, takes the pouch up, kind of throws it up in the air, catches it with his hand, and starts heading to the exit. Greetings, adventurers. You must be the heroes of Fandalen, she says.
I don't think that's our official name, but nice to meet you.
You can definitely tell that she said it kind of with a smirk and a little bit of sarcasm. Well,
Settle down.
She kind of smiles a little bit and chuckles. The name's Halia Thornton. What can we do here at the exchange for you?
People kept telling us to come here, and I don't remember why.
Well, it's just one of the places that you haven't been told to really come here. It's just one of the places you haven't visited yet.
I was actually planning on striking up a conversation with the hill dwarf, or the mountain dwarf from the hill dwarf. Dwarf to dwarf.
He's already gone out the door, hasn't he?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Ulmor he'll speak up. He said, "Oh well, uh, we're not particularly miners per se. We do like to acquire gold, but usually it's gold that someone has already stolen from somebody else. So our gold is not really pulled up out of the earth. But we would like to hear more about it if you want to tell us. But in particular, we're looking around in the town here, and we'd like to know more about what's outside the town. Any rumors of late?"
She kind of looks at you when you mention how you procure your gold, and she's like, "You haven't thrown your lot in with those red brands, have you?"
Oh no, I threw them around a little bit, but not my lot. I just threw those guys around a little bit in the town square the other day.
Those ruffians loiter around the Sleeping Giant tap house. I'm just a plague on this town.
What I hear. Yeah, we haven't been to the Sleeping Giant, and
I would steer clear of there as well if you value your valuables, as it were. She smiles.
stolen gold. Yeah, see, that's what we're talking about. We'd like to get the gold back from people that stole the gold from somebody else. We give it back to the rightful owner if we knew who it was. But yeah, those guys are a nasty lot. I didn't like them much. I had a bad attitude.
And she kind of glances at you when you say that, and kind of looks the four of you over, with children, of course, being there as well. And she kind of looks over to one of the other prospectors there, and she kind of nods to him and nods to the weights and scales behind her and says, would you mind joining me in my office?
Um, sure.
Please, just back here. And she comes out back from behind the counter and takes you over to the door, opens the door, and of course, looking inside, you can see the papers all over the place. You can see some files, cabinets here and there, with different papers, of course, with this being the unofficial documents and such of the town. And she comes in and gestures to a bench and some of the chairs for everyone to have a seat. And she kind of shuts the door, looks out the small window that's on it, and kind of pulls the curtains closed over it, and goes and sits down behind the desk. I was hoping you would stop by. If indeed you are seeking to help the town with the red brands, I might have an offer.
Oh yeah?
Yes. I'm not sure if you know this. You might have discovered this, but I think their base is under the Tresindar Manor, which is located on the east edge of town. I might offer you a reward if you would capture the Red Brand's leader. The outlaws seem to call Glassstaff.
Oh
And-
yeah, Glassstaff.
Then if you could, bring me any correspondence that you might find at his quarters.
Yeah, this Glassstaff character, he seems to be quite popular.
And she kind of sits
Not in a
back.
good way.
She sits back in her chair and she puts her boots up, and you notice as she does, they're beautifully, finely crafted black boots, leather boots, and kind of sits there and starts twirling a dagger in her fingers. This would be something you might be interested in, of course.
I look to my friends. Think so. We're already wanting to find out about this Glassstaff character.
Yeah.
And she kind of her eyebrows kind of raise. You do.
Yeah, it's not the first time we've heard his name. Glassstaff.
Can I insight check her?
Yes. What are you looking for, however?
How straight she's being with us.
Okay, go ahead and give me an insight check.
Kind of a feeling she sat on the other side of.
She doesn't seem to be allied with the Red Brands, but you definitely can tell that she has some sort of ulterior motive for you capturing the Red Brands leader.
Hmm.
And she continues on. She says, "You've heard of Glassstaff before. Who have you heard this from?"
Well, just talk around the town. Just talk. People talking. And somebody at the Stone Hill Inn talking about the Glassstaff, and we were doing some adventuring up north, and kind of came across somebody, and they said something about it. I don't remember. If it
Do
was,
me a favor, Ulmer, if you would.
okay.
Go ahead. Finish what you were saying though first.
I don't remember if it was at the inn, if it was on the road, or in the orchard, or down at the woodworkers. I'm not sure. Yeah, we've heard his name.
Give me a deception check, if you would, please.
Okay.
With that insight, with the insight check, Hannibal. Also, you notice when Ulmer says the orchard, her eyebrows kind of raise a little bit. Interesting. She says, Well, there seems to be 4 of you. I could offer you 25 gold apiece if you're able to capture this Red Brand's leader, this Glassstaff.
25. It's pretty dangerous. Think you could bump that up a little bit? It's dangerous work messing around with these Red Brand guys.
She kind of gives you a little bit of a sly smile and kind of chuckles a little bit and says, "That's really all I can offer. I mean, I don't think they're that dangerous from what I heard. You were able to handle the ruffians fairly easily."
Well, okay. He kind of looks around like, shrugs his shoulders at his friends, like, I tried. But yeah.
I can tell you this, however. Having me as your friend is something that's definitely beneficial.
Well, nice to be of your acquaintance. Thank you very much. I'm sure we could have a lucrative partnership.
Indeed, she says. Of course, if you come across things that you might not want to trade at the Costa or at Barthen's, certain things of that nature, bring them by. I might see what we can do about procuring them from you.
Yeah. Once the business is great, especially at nighttime when nobody sees you. I see what you're saying.
You, even Felix with his passive perception of 10, you can see the corner of her lips, the corner of her mouth, kind of almost slightly, slight smile when Ulmer mentions under the cover of night and things of that nature. Does anyone else want to give me an insight check, or Hannibal, do you want to give me another one as well?
Yeah, I think I'm quite unsure of this one.
Nice. So Ulmer and Felix, if you want to give me an insight, feel free.
Nailed it. 11.
You nailed it exactly as I would expect Ulmer to nail it. Yeah, Felix, you definitely understand that she would fence things for you that you wouldn't want to take to Barthen's or to the Lions Coster.
So,
Definitely seems to be
That's our-
more than just a merchant, basically.
Yeah, I don't think I want to whisper that to Ulmer right now, but I assume I could see Felix's apprehension as well.
With your
Uh,
passive, you definitely recognize that some sort of recognition of knowledge has come across Felix's face. Yes.
All right. I guess I'll just end with, is there anything else you want to tell us? Anything else you feel you need to tell us before we head off?
I've not been to the manor myself, so I'm unsure how you'd be able to make your way in. That would be up to you, of course.
oh, we might have our ways.
I'm sure
though.
you do, she says. I'm sure you do.
Hmm.
And if all else fails, we can just go to the Sleeping Giant, start a brawl. We can start a fight, get knocked out, and get carried up there ourselves. And then we wake up, we'd be there with them. But that's Plan B or C. What time of the day is it? Is it still morning?
Yeah, it's probably about mid-morning, close to getting close to midday.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So. Well, who's ready for some second breakfast, some brunch, if you will?
11sies?
11sies.
Yeah, let's head out. We
Stop
got
by
a few things to talk about.
We can stop by the Alderleaf Farm and see if they have any fresh milk.
It's delivered every morning to Stonehill Inn. You might have had some with your breakfast this morning.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, Ormore's thinking about going back to Alderleaf Farm because he's thinking about that secret passage that young
Oh, talking with Cart?
halfling was talking about. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right, so yeah, you can go ahead and Halia. Let me put her name in here for you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was wondering how her name was spelled. Oh yeah.
Put that in Twitch chat as well. As
When
you
we
make-
leave her,
Go ahead.
When we leave her, I'll definitely pull Ulmer and Felix aside with
Sure.
Shaylin and say, there's definitely something unsaid that happened in that room back there. And I kind of gesture towards Felix. I'm like, I think you caught it too.
She's fencing stuff and probably, will take anything that's not on the up and up, as they say.
Works for me. I don't care as long as we get some gold for it.
Yeah.
Been hanging around you too long. That sounds like a good idea.
All right. So
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, are we gonna stop by the inn again, or are we gonna go on up to
Did you want to head over to the
Alderleaf Farm?
I'd say maybe
What,
duck into the inn and let them know we're heading out of town again to leave our rooms put. And I don't know, do we leave a note saying where we're going, saying if we're not back in a week, open this, or we just head out?
Well, as you're making your way back to the inn, you do note as you come by the townmaster's hall, you do see a familiar face of your friend Sildar, my apologies, Sildar,
Yeah.
Hallwinter, kind of sitting out in a chair with a little piece of wood whittling on the steps of the Townmaster's Hall.
Hey, El Sildor, how goes it?
Yes, friends,
Morning.
friends. Good morning as well. I'm about to take my midday meal. How are your adventures coming along?
Quite well.
Oh, it's been quite exciting. We've been up to the north and to the west, and now we're thinking about going just to the west here, and plenty of things to do around here. Plenty of things.
Ah, I see, I see. Well, there's the manner of these Cragmaw goblins. Is there anything specific you're working on at the moment?
Um, yeah, we're actually going to be trying to see if what kind of trouble is stirring up around the manor.
And he does
Eventually.
he kind of doesn't really bite his lower lip, but he does kind of nod in your direction, kind of a thoughtful nod, and says, "Ah, well, that does indeed seem like something that I might be interested in you doing so as well."
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, we didn't we? I look back to my friends and I'll say, didn't that young whippersnapper say that there were some goblins hiding already and over there near
Yeah, I
the
was thinking
manor?
the same thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty sure I remember that.
So
So
these
what gives, Sildor?
these red brands might be tied to these Cragmaw goblins.
Hmm.
Seems like it.
Interesting. There might be a way to fulfill what I would like for you to do, and at the same time, find out further information. See, I, of course, as I might have mentioned to you before, am a member of the Lord's Alliance. Um, I have learned that
You're in a club
Ayarno,
too? I didn't know that you were in a club. We're in a club too.
he
We're
kind
all in a
of
club.
he kind of looks at you oddly for a moment and says, "Club? Do you mean faction, of course?"
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I,
factions.
I see, I see. Well, a fellow member of the Lord's Alliance, an Iarno Albrecht, has disappeared while exploring the area around Tresendar Manor about 2 months ago, shortly after arriving here in Fandalen. If you're heading to the manor, perhaps you might investigate it in the surrounding area and maybe find and bring Iarno back, or, of course, what's left of him if he's dead. He's a
Sure.
short, dark-bearded human wizard in his 30s.
Keep an eye out for him. He's okay. How long's he been gone again?
About 2 months or so.
Oh, oh, that's a long time. Doesn't sound very good.
Of course, regardless of his fate, if he is alive or dead, I would, of course, prefer you bring back his remains at least, or what's left of him. I can, of course, pay you a nice fee for doing such.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Um. Okay. Yeah. So Hannibal, we'll have to make sure that we get a big, large sack, just in case. Sorry.
I love that you're playing
Yeah.
up Ulmer's
Okay.
eight intelligence, right?
Yes, I am totally. He's, yeah, he's got an 8 intelligence and an 8 wisdom.
And an
So
eight wisdom, yeah.
yeah. So it's like he's trying to get it all together, and he has a pretty good perception, passive perception and things, but he just doesn't quite connect everything very quickly. So yes.
But of course, if you can eliminate the Red Brand threat while you're at this manor, and of course find Iono, I would definitely be able to reward you with some gold coin from the coffers of the Lord's Alliance, of course.
Even better. Sounds pretty good to me. What about you guys? What do you think?
Works for
Sounds
me.
decent.
We're going there anyway.
Yeah. Definitely be happy to help you out.
And then, of course, we can find out anything you can about these Cragmaw goblins while there. Of course, trying to find Gundren is still of utmost importance. But yes, it is time for midday meal. Would you like to head to Stonehill Inn, or do you have other business before taking your midday meal?
Oh no, I'm ready for a meal.
With that, he'll go
Yeah,
ahead
we-
and stand up and kind of straighten up his tabard and such like that, and place the piece that he was whittling onto a table there on the steps of the Townmaster's Hall, and we'll accompany you over to the Stonehill Inn.
To the inn. I'll buy the first round of milk.
And of course, making your way over to Stonehill Inn, entering in, it is about midday. You do see some of the locals starting to come in. For those that aren't, of course, at their homes, you see a couple of the prospectors you might have seen before in the Miners Exchange. Unfortunately, the Mountain Dwarf is not among them. Hannibal, my apologies.
yeah.
And of course, you do see the regulars that you see in there most times. Obviously, Elsa behind the bar, Toblin working. You do see the Freda, the gnome weaver.
Oh, yes.
You do
Forgot about her.
see one of the human miners that you've come to find out. Their name is Lennar. And of course, Pip, Toblin's son, is there as well as Toblin. And you're able to have your midday meal. Talk a little bit here and there with Sildar about just ideas of wanting to know why these Cragmalls first absconded with his companion, if indeed they did, because it looked as if they did when they took him as well, but he's not sure where Gundren's been taken. And hopes that you'll be able to, any investigation you have at the manor will be able to help uncover some of this information. And after your meal, you're able to part ways with Sildar and head over to Alderleaf Farm. Is that what the plan was?
Before Sildar leaves,
Uh-huh.
this is Dan asking, do we get the hint that the Townmaster's on the up and up, or no?
Do you ask him about that?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Sildar what his take is on the Townmaster and where he sits in all of this, like letting this stuff happen in his town.
Well, obviously, Sildar speaks with you about it. It's like Harbin Wester. He's a very cheerful, well-liked person, but very timid leader. I definitely, from my discussions with him, he's completely intimidated by the Red Brands. And of course, he always seems to claim that they're just. And we lost Olmar again from our cameras,
Yeah.
so the cameras are all adjusted crazily. But he does continue on and still claiming they're just a mercenary guild, not that much trouble really at all. But I don't think that he backs the Red Brands in any way.
Okay.
If you're-
It seemed like he was intimidated by them,
Yes. If you're
Or
able to,
being actively intimidated.
Yes, I'm not sure. I haven't seen the actual intimidation other than what I've seen from the Red Brands around town. Of course, with there not being any sort of local militia or anything of that nature, you really are. Your group is the really the only hope this town might have to survive um, these ruffians. Of course, if we should be able to capture them, I'm sure that there are the jails. There are two cells within the hall that will serve as a jail, and any, of course, that you might be able to capture. We might be able to stand trial and potentially see them sent to Neverwinter for imprisonment. I'm sure that Harbin would be thankful for your aid as well. He did mention your work at Wyvern Tor, by the way.
Excellent. I hate to do it to him, but nah. Insight check of 8, nothing. All right. Okay, just trying to get a read on Sildar and his role in all this.
You can give me a perception check if you want. Actually, if you want, give me a history check. Hannibal can even give me a history check if they want as well.
That's my dice. All right. I have no clue what's going on.
Sildar is on the up and up, but of course, with being in the Lord's Alliance, it's a loose. The Lord's Alliance is kind of a loose faction that is joined by members, ruling members of different areas around the Sword Coast that keep a lookout for things that are going on. Kind of protecting the vulnerable folk of the Sword Coast.
Okay.
So, obviously, the Lord's Alliance would have some sort of interest in making sure that this is a place where people can, live their lives without any sort of, without being vulnerable, basically, without, like, these red brands are obviously taking advantage of the community, so they would definitely want to root them out if possible. And of course, Sildar does, before you leave, mention that he will pay 50 gold each to you each, 50 gold each for eliminating the red brand threat if possible.
All right. Good enough for me. Make our way down to the Alderleaf farm.
Sure. So making your way down to the farm, you are able to speak with Farmer Alderleaf and her son Carp. Carp will definitely, again, did mention some big scary bandits came out of the tunnel when he was there and met with a pair of the red brands. He didn't see them, but he was pretty close. He thinks the bandits have a secret lair under the manor house. He saw some strange goblins with glowing hands duck into the tunnel, and he is going to be willing to take you to that tunnel at the start of the next session because it is the top of the hour, which will end our stream for tonight. So next week, we will have Carp lead you to the secret entrance to the Tressendar Manor and to the Red Brand hideout underneath. Great work tonight, everyone. Great work.
Thank you.
Got a little hairy rushing that wizard. I really was hoping we could have sneaked him out.
That Red Wizard might come back later. I don't know. Maybe not have a bunch of spells since someone got a spell book.
Red Wizard of Thay.
All right. Well, that will bring our stream to an end tonight. Of course, thanks everyone. Again, apologies for the technical difficulties. We've had some issues with Roll20. Obviously, Ulmer, Donterson's internet was having issues as well. Hopefully, we'll get some things fixed. We'll get some things streamlined as well for the characters and their character sheets and such. But we will be back again. Of course, we do have our stream tomorrow night. Our Around the Campfire starts at 7 p.m. Eastern. Then, of course, Dungeons and Deliberations on Tuesday Tavern Talks at the Shifty Boar on Wednesday, and then our Dungeon Delving streams on Thursday and Friday. Of course, that schedule is up here on Twitch when we go offline. Of course, thanks to our players tonight. Thank you all. This was a really fun, interesting game. Lots of interesting combat with the mage and his zombies. Of course, we want to thank all of our supporters, especially our patrons from Patreon. If you'd like to help support the channel, please consider becoming a patron. We're subbing here on Twitch, twitch.tv/themasterofdungeons. The link to our Patreon page, as well as our YouTube channel and all of our social media accounts, can be found in the About Us section below here on Twitch. Also, thanks to Design Lizard, we did add our link tree, which you can access down below in our social media accounts. We did add our Kick channel as well, kick.com/masterofdungeons. There's no "the" there. It's just kick.com/masterofdungeons. We're going to be working to try to simulcast here on Twitch and Kick within the next couple of months. We would like to have at least 75 followers on the Kick account, so if we could go over there and just give us a like. If you want to kick the notifications on, you'll get an email when we are going to be going live. Of course, if you would subscribe to us on YouTube, it's free. Like and comment, share the videos, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Give us some likes, retweets, all of that good stuff. Every sub, like, and share helps us immensely. Also, if you want to be informed of when we're going to start the simulcast and such like that, you can click on the About Us section below here on Twitch and join the Master of Dungeons community Discord server, where it can help shape an accepting, caring, and inclusive D&D community. The merch store is also open. We have a number of t-shirts on there, some pint glasses. You got the pint glass there? Beautiful, beautiful. There's also some coffee mugs, hoodie, also a couple of hats as well. That will definitely help support the channel. And thanks for watching. Does anyone have anything to say before we sign off?
Thanks for watching.
No, it was fun.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Take care. And as always, happy adventuring. We'll see you soon.